Hello, good evening. Have you ever been there? You think about joking, but then out of the joke, you get a life lesson. You listen to something that will change your life forever. Well, today, as I was walking around school, I met a man, the gatekeeper. Among the many, this gatekeeper is different from all of them. Totally different. When I look at him, he's not like a gatekeeper. Have you ever seen a gatekeeper behaving like he owns the school? Not in a rude way, but he's so happy. He has a positive mindset. You will never find him frowned. He will always be happy at whenever. This gateman changed my life. When I look at him, I've always observed him, and today I just wanted to ask why he is always happy. What he told me changed my life. I said, "Why are you happy?" He said, "Is that a question or you're just intimidating me?" I said, "No, I mean it. Why are you happy?" asked I. So, for a minute, he paused. He looked at me straight in my eyes that, you really want to know the answer? I said, "Yes, I do. I want to know the answer." So he told me, "I'm happy because I just chose to let all the sad days away. I just chose to be peaceful. I chose to be myself and not to let anyone determine who I am." He told me that many people looked at him. They thought he wasn't worthy of anything, even his family members. But here he is, happy, young, and he has dreams. I'm sure he's working on being a better person than he is. I long to see him some other day. This guy inspired me. So when I told him that why are you happy, he told me, when I was young, I went through a lot, much suffering than ever before. For all the time I was young, I was suffering until my mother died. That is what he said. So then I asked him, how did it change after your mother died? He said that was the changing point of his life. The family told him to get married, which he didn't want, so he said, "No, I won't get married." Then he had to leave the village. He had to come to Kampala. That is where he had to see the other life he was waiting for. But when he came to Kampala, things still weren't as good as they had to be. He expected the city to be so receptive, which wasn't the case here. People of the city are so rude. They feel like you don't have anything new to tell them. They are the wise, and you'll always be the fool before a city dweller. So this Askari, after realizing the city was crude, he goes back home. Going back home, he gets poisoned by a relative. When he gets poisoned by a relative, again he had to come back to Kampala. He had to talk to his pastor. The pastor told him that, you know what, you were bewitched and you were poisoned. You're going to have severe signs for 3 days. And it happened. But this guy didn't know until it happened. So he believed that the pastor had prophesied something. That is when he chose to know more about Christ. He chose to be a son of God. He chose to be a son of God more than ever before, and you know what? His life changed. Even when he lacked, he still had money. You understand? In his mind, he still knew that he had money, even when he had nothing in the pocket. Even when he didn't have food, he still had what to think about, and that was the food for his stomach. The positive mindset is what you always want. And he thought about food. That was his meal. What is your meal? The same person told me that he chose to ignore all the negatives in his life, and he chose to be himself. He chose to be the best of himself, and guess what? He's being the best of himself. When I looked at him, he was different from any other gatekeeper at the school. All the rest were just pretending to be happy, but they weren't happy at all. Here he is, happy with a smile 24/7. So, in his life, he told me that, Ivan, you should trust God. He told me that God is all the things you will need. God is your all, and he will never run away from you, and he will not run away from you as well. When I learned this, I had to share it with you. I had to tell you that you are not alone when you have God. Just choose God as your Christ and Savior, as your Redeemer. Everything will be fine for you. You will have nice life. It will change for you. I feel so happy that I found someone to tell me that we all have a purpose in life, and of which that purpose, I've seen them fulfilling it. Let me tell you one thing in life. Even when you lack what you need most, you still have to go, you still have to move towards your calling. You aren't called to eat, you aren't called to drive, you aren't called to dress like you own a textile industry somewhere in Dubai. No. You have to change lives. That is what matters in your life. Changing life is changing your own life, and changing your own life is securing some peace in your heart. So whatever you are doing, do it for the good of others. You know, our head teacher said that when you do good, you feel good. It is exactly what people do. Most of the people you look at and you say, this man inspires me, this lady is my role model. They do good and they are feeling good. No thief inspires an intelligent person. No. An intelligent person with a goal besides theft will be inspired by people who don't do crime. Life is all about caring. One good act can change the hearts of many evil people. So, just one good act and you are already saving lives. Just do that. Just try it. You will see how life is. You will see. Life is not all about the cars. It is not all about the skyscrapers. It is not all about these clothes that you wear. Life is not all about these magnificent walls behind me. It isn't about the lighting. Life is more than what you've ever imagined. Life is a big thing, so you just have to expect nothing. Just be ready for everything that comes your way. You will live life, but you just have to have the Lord as your God and Savior. Everything will be fine for you. Thank you. Those are 9 minutes. Until we meet again. Bye.